1374.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent, corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Welcome back to the PM Show right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Eric Joseph. That is Jack Hines. We are filling in for Michael Horn, who is out on special assignment. He'll be with you tomorrow. And now, I'd like to talk about dumb criminals.
Okay. We kind of started with Patricia and her bucket list.
Yes, who robbed the bank because that's what she wanted to do before she passed away, and so she did that.
Yes, she did.
I guess we should say congratulations, possibly.
It's one less thing on the list.
Yeah. But then again, she also got caught. And
right. I don't know. How do you know that wasn't on the list?
It could have been.
The story doesn't go that far, so I don't know.
Was she very, I don't know if she was, would she just handed the teller a note that just said, hey, I'm robbing you for all your money? Or
I mean, they flat out asked her why she did this. She said, because it was something I had on my bucket list. I think everyone should have a list of things they want to do before they expire. See, so she flat out, she did it.
Which I agree with having a bucket list, but
now I don't think
that's cool. I don't know.
I don't think that the guy with the possum, I don't think that was on his bucket list.
No. Well, and I love this. A drunk man here in Pennsylvania. This actually happened in the town of Punxsutawney,
which is where Phil lives.
The groundhog.
The groundhog that comes out every year.
This guy. They say here that a guy here was charged with public drunkenness after he was seen trying to resuscitate a long dead possum laying along the highway. So this is just roadkill, pretty much. I mean,
right.
State troopers say here, Jamie Lever says here that several witnesses saw the 55-year-old Donald Wolf of Brooksville near the animal on Thursday last week, alongside the Route 36 there in the town there, about 65 miles northeast of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And the trooper says that one person said that they saw Wolf kneeling over the animal, gesturing as though he was conducting like CPR. And actually said at one point that he was actually having a seance for the
Oh, he was going to bring back his spirit?
He
was like trying to conjure up?
He was really going at it.
I like it. He saw that dead animal and he thought he could make a difference.
He said he was giving it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. It was also trying to do like a seance. I mean, this guy was really trying to help out the
everything he could think of.
Expired possum there, but that's
Did he get arrested? Is that illegal?
Well, it was illegal because he was drunk in public. So they did charge him with
That seems like a cop-out, drunk in public.
Well, they had to do something. I mean,
why? He was trying to save the possum. To me, drunk in public should only be used if you're doing something bad, not trying to help the animals.
Here's how I can see where it could be a problem is because he's on the side of a highway.
Trying to help a deceased animal.
But if he's drunk and starts walking, trying to walk straight, but starts going off to the left, ends up in the middle of the road.
He was giving that possum
could
breath
cause
of life.
a massive car.
Breathe, little possum, breathe.
Don't you leave us.
You're too young. All right.
Anyways, other fun stories here we have. If in your bucket list, if you want to rob a convenience store, make sure you know how to get to wherever you're going afterwards.
You mean like MapQuest it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
They have websites, MapQuest, Google Maps, all kinds of little fun Yahoo Maps. There are GPS devices. There are ways to find from point A to point B. You do not have to stop and ask for directions.
Okay.
Which is what happened here in Utah. Police say that a man accused of stealing 2 phones from a convenience store was arrested when he flagged down the investigating officer and asked him for directions.
Hey, I just robbed that store. Do you know I can get out of here?
I guess he played it off pretty well. That, hey, I'm just trying to get to so-and-so street. Well, can you point me in the right direction? And the officer noticed that the guy here, his name is John White, the man who accused of stealing the 2 phones, said that the cops say that he matched the description that the store clerk gave the officers. And then when they kind of typed it into the address on the little police scanner there,
Right.
it popped up the same address that this man was asking for. So they kind of put two and two
okay.
together and
Right.
realized, we'll drive you there. Just hop in the back seat.
Right.
There you
Okay.
go. Another stupid criminal.
Yeah,
before you.
nobody said criminals are smart.
Yeah. Which, this is my favorite one right here.
Okay.
This happened yesterday, I believe, in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
Two guys were fleeing in their car from police. And the speed, I guess they started off in one area here in Cleveland, and I guess the speeds reached up to 90 miles per hour. So it's a
Pretty good chase.
pretty high speed pursuit right there. And this all started after a traffic violation. I guess once the cops finally stopped the car after going through several communities, the driver and the passenger bolted out of the car, found a fence, ran for the fence, jumped over the fence, and then they realized that they had just jumped into a woman's prison.
Oh, nice.
So probably not the area they wanted to
No.
go to. They kind of want to avoid going to prison instead of they just hopping over the fence and going straight to it. But they are also arrested in prison.
No, I like that. I guess I missed a local police chase yesterday, and I'm a little
Yes,
disappointed. And
it was
I think
very interesting.
think it went through my hometown of Burbank.
It did.
And it ended in
it
Universal
started-
City. Is that correct?
It ended actually right there on the when you go to Universal City or any kind of amusement park, they have those little areas where you have to pay for your ticket.
yeah,
to
$20
park,
to park.
and they had those little barricades. That's where it ended, right there in front of the barricades where the
Oh, and he didn't ram it? See,
he didn't ram it. No, he actually, which I thought was probably the best thing for him, seeing as how he actually at one point the cops surrounded him. He was stuck in massive rush hour traffic, and at one point the cops were out of their car. They had their guns drawn on the guy, and I guess the car in front of him moved because they realized I am sitting in harm's way.
Right.
I'm just trying to drive home from work. I don't want to be here.
Right.
So that person moved forward, giving the guy in this pursuit a chance to avoid the
take off.
cops. So he took off, drove towards one of the officers. That officer, I don't blame him, opened fire, shot out the window.
But didn't
I
hit
don't
him?
think he hit him.
And then he took off from there, and that's how
He
it
took
went?
off from there, drove up to Universal Studios, a little city walk area where they have, it's a family
Right.
area. So
Amusement park area.
Yeah. So they actually stopped him there. I think they tased him, brought him down,
I
arrested
missed
him.
a good one.
It-
See,
it was
I
pretty-
like a good police chase, and if there's tasing and
My favorite
shooting
part,
out the
though,
window,
is they zoomed in, and when they see the officers shoot the gun, zoom out, zoom out,
oh, yeah,
zoom
they
out.
panic
They freak out. They don't want to show, someone being shot on.
because they have
Live TV.
before, and it went horribly wrong.
A lot of therapy ensued after
Yes,
that.
exactly.
Anyways, it's the PM show right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. We'll talk about the athlete who is gender confused.
Okay. And it's not you, right?
It's not me. No, I'm not that fast.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare with your children being raised by